this week, if you don't
And the
want.
white shirt, I ordered a white polo. It's big enough for 3.
All right. At this time, we will call the meeting to order. May I have a roll call, please?
Trustee deBoer. Here. Trutchell. Here. Pfeiffer.
Here.
Walschlager. Here. Connor.
Here.
Hultquist.
Here.
President Bannerstill.
Here. If you'd all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Trustee deBoer.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, at this time, if anybody has any public comments, you can step towards the podium and speak. If anybody does, and we don't have anyone on Zoom. All right. Well, at this time, we have, our first item is approval of minutes. First, we have the June 8th, 2026 meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of June 8, 2026.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from the June 8th meeting. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. And then we have meeting minutes for June 22nd, 2026.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from June 22nd.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes from the June 22nd meeting. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
All opposed?
Abstain.
That motion carries. Now we have items related to vouchers. First, we have a consideration of a contractor's application for payment number 1 to Stark Pavement Corp. in the amount of $495,508.12.
Yes, Stark has our paving program this year. They've been working on Palmer's, Goodwin, Warren, and Four Winds. They've started on that. They put binder down last week in a portion of Four Winds subdivision, and this Wednesday they're going to be completing that. So this is the first initial payment for the work that has been completed. Staff recommends paying Stark Pavement for $495,508.12.
Tom, I've got a question.
Yeah.
I heard that there was an incident, maybe just over this last weekend in Four Winds, where a manhole cover didn't get marked appropriately and a car got stuck in one.
Yeah.
Is the contractor taking care of all the problems associated with that?
Yep. That's all been documented with the engineering.
I will make a motion then that we approve the contractor application for payment number 1 to Stark Pavement Corp. in the amount of $495,508.12.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to pay the payment number 1 to Stark Pavement Corp. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That motion is carried. Now we have a consideration of contractor's application for payment number 5 in the amount of $36,696.96 to Wolf Paving Company, Inc. to close out the 2025 paving program.
Yes, so this is to close out last year's paving program to Wolf. It was East Park, West Capitol, Kestrel, and the Four Winds cul-de-sacs, and the cemeteries. We've inspected those areas, and restoration is up to par. Staff recommends paying Wolf Paving $36,696.96.
I'll make a motion that we approve the payment of $36,696.96 to Wolf Paving Company.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the contractor's application for payment number 5 in the amount of $36,696.96 to Wolf Paving Company. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion carries. And then we have our vouchers. Consideration of vouchers for payment in the amount of $1,245,728.45.
I'll make a motion to approve the vouchers in the amount of $1,245,728.45.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to pay the vouchers. Any discussion?
I have a couple questions for the police. On page 1, and there's some others,
We have a bunch of safety speed grants for Shaniqua, Delafield, Oconomowoc, Summit. What are all those for that we're paying them?
Yeah, so we administer, as the Village of Hartland, we administer the speed grants for the state of Wisconsin in the Northwest Task Force. So that's included for Shaniqua, Delafield, Oconomowoc Lake, and Summit, I believe. I may be missing another department or two, but anyways, we administer the grant. We have the necessary funds, and then we divvy out to the other departments.
Okay, thank you very much.
This used to be Summit used to do it. We took it over this year, so we get all the money and we pay it out. They transfer it every couple of years.
Okay, I did not know that. Okay, thank you very much. That was all I had.
Anybody else for discussion on the vouchers? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. Now we have review and consideration of items related to licenses and permits. Consideration of a special event application for the Jackson Park Jazz Orchestra for FaesslerFest 2026 on Sunday, August 9th.
Hi, I'm Sean Faessler. I'm a 25-year resident of the Village of Hartland. So just looking for approval of the Fine Arts Center in Nixon Park. So what the heck is FaesslerFest? It's just my birthday party, plain and simple. I've had a few different iterations of it over the years, some at my house, some at different parks. So what I'm looking for is just approval to have my jazz band use the Fine Arts Center to play for a couple hours in the afternoon. I'm going to have their shelter reserve, number 4, reserved right next to it for lunch for friends and family. After that, we'll be playing. It's open to the public. You know, anyone at the beer garden can listen in. I talked to Stephanie. She's excited to have music on Sunday afternoon. Of course, you're all invited as well. Probably about 1:30 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
And so Jackson Park Jazz Orchestra, we're a 17-piece big band. We've been together for over 15 years. A lot of friends in Wauwatosa, some in the Lake Country area. We just play a couple of times throughout the year, and we had some openings this summer, so I jumped on it.
Very cool.
Sounds like a great birthday party.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions for the applicant?
And staff okay with everything with this one? Yeah, I mean, that sounds awesome. I'd make a motion that we approve the application for the Jackson Park Jazz Orchestra for FaesslerFest 2026, Sunday, August 9th, 2026.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve FaesslerFest on August 9th, 2026. Any discussion? Thank you.
Thanks.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
You don't have to stay.
Yeah, you don't, it's not considered rude to leave.
Take care. We'll see you in August.
Take care. Now we have consideration of a street use application for Patti, Turco for 109 through 116 Long Meadow Drive on Saturday, September 19th, 2026, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Basically, this is a block party.
Right. I'm Patti Turco. I'm one of the residents there on Long Meadow. We've had this block party on and off for probably 20 years, and it's typically been on Long Meadow because it's a street that's not one of the major thoroughfares. It's could be blocked off. So we're looking, the party's going to be 4 to 8 p.m., and we're looking to block off the street between 3 and 9 p.m.
Edie, good?
We're all good.
And we usually ask the police department and
Yeah,
fire
so we
department.
typically,
They often come
stop
and-
by.
Yeah, the kids love it, so.
Oh, nice. Okay. I'll make a motion then to approve the application by Patti Turco for 109 to 116 Long Meadow Drive, or 116, I'm sorry, Long Meadow Drive, Saturday, September 19th, 2026, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. for the block party.
Second. It's been moved and seconded to approve the street use permit for Patti Turco for 109 through 116 Long Meadow Drive on the 19th of September. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried.
Have fun.
Oh, thank you. One other thing, we made a rain date for Sunday. Is that okay if there is a rain out on Saturday, we would just move it to Sunday? Same time?
Yes.
Yep.
I would say as long as they okay it with the police department.
Yeah, I don't see that being an issue at all.
Okay, great.
That's something you can work out with staff.
Do we don't have to
Just make sure it's listed.
mend it or anything for the rain date on there, or?
Yeah, I think we're good, because it's in the notes that we all just
Okay,
discussed.
okay.
It.
All right,
Perfect,
thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Got it, okay. Now we have consideration of operators bartender's license. This is for Tim Pinkert, Zachary Stack, Megan Haynes, Gavin Taylor III, and Adam Nanetti.
Do you want me to speak on each, or is there anyone particular? Okay. First off, Mr. Timothy Pinkert. So the only reason he's invited tonight for renewal is for an alcohol violation. And on May 19th, we did age compliance checks at the local businesses, and Mr. Pinkert did ID one of the underage volunteers, and then sold her a seltzer. So with that being said, Mr. Pinkert was ultimately cited for sale, dispense, or give alcohol to a minor person. And other than that, we have no other reason for denial. We would approve this.
I'll make a motion to approve the bartender's license for Tim Pinkert.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve, just Tim's you're doing?
Yeah, let's do them individually.
One at a
Yeah, we
time.
can do, or either or. Yeah, it's been moved and seconded to approve the alcohol server's license for Tim Pinkert. Any discussion?
We have someone back in June that also sold,
We had a
and
handful.
then we
Several.
denied?
No, the one that we
No, I
denied
can't
had
remember.
just gotten a DUI.
Okay,
It was within a
okay.
year, so,
I just couldn't remember all the
yeah,
details.
the rest of
Okay,
them we approved.
okay. I'm good.
Anybody else? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That license will be granted. That passes. Do you want to take the separate list separately now, the
Thanks, Tim.
remainder of the list?
Or just go down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
You want to go one at a time for each
Unless he
one?
just tells us everyone's information, then we can.
Yeah, we could do that way as well.
Yeah, so I have 4 left. None of them were invited to attend this evening due to the age of convictions and such. I can list all 4 if you wish, or do it individually.
No, those were, those, correct? I just, if you guys want him read, he can, it just,
The only one Chief Misko wrote a memo on was Mr. Sack, and the rest were just older violations of alcohol or non-alcohol violations.
That said, he also approved, Mr. Sack.
That is correct.
Recommended for
Yes.
approval, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what question it was, because it wasn't listed, he didn't list it, the other violations he didn't list, I guess, right?
That's correct, yes.
Yeah.
Were any of the violations in the last year, even if they weren't alcohol?
Let's see here,
'Cause I
just
only
want to
got the
confirm
one.
that.
17, I think.
No, none were in the last year.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's the only one I had.
I would just make a motion that we approve the remaining 4 bartender operator licenses as written.
Second.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the bartender's license for Zach Sack, Megan Haynes, Gavin Taylor III, and Adam Nanetti. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. Those will be granted as well. Now we have items for, other items for consideration. Consideration of a second reading of a bill for an ordinance, number 06222026, an ordinance creating section 86 through 86-77 of the Village of Hartland Code of Ordinances regulating lead water service line replacement.
real quick, this is a second reading, just a reminder of this. This is giving us teeth because the DNR is making us go after and have them replaced. None of the lead services are ours, they are all individuals, so this will give us the teeth to say, hey, you have to replace these in the water system. Go ahead.
I have a couple questions for Tom.
Yeah.
Does the village have a test kit for citizens to actually test their drinking water?
We don't have an actual test kit that we can hand out. if any of the residents like contact us and want that, we can give them information for our testing facility.
Because
But
you test how often? Every week?
yeah,
So our water is
Test
tested.
where? Well,
I mean,
Our water is tested and sent to a lab every day.
Tested where? From where? Where do you get the water from?
so it's there's 10 sampling sites across the village. That's the requirement because our population is 10,000. That's done on a monthly basis. So every month we have to grab those 10 samples and brought in.
But
At
where
our
do-
well houses, we're testing more
Okay.
frequently as far as where we're dosing chemicals. Our reservoir, well number 3, is tested daily, and our throughout the distribution system for not PFAS, but PFOS is tested twice a week.
But you're getting that water from the well houses? Or,
So, yep, so that's from the well houses where we're actually dosing the chemicals, and then the actual back T samples are through the distribution system. So the distribution system meaning anywhere that our water pipes go. So we have sample sites on the north side of town, south side, and central. Those sites are all approved by the DNR, and they have to be in areas, across the village. We can't all just go to one area of the village and take
Right.
samples, so it has to be evenly distributed.
how would
Distributed.
how would we find out if we have any lead coming to our house then? Do we wait and hear from the village as a resident?
Yep, as a resident, you would hear it from the village. So we have copper lead sampling that's going on this next month. We do that annually. We did 2 sampling series last year to 40 different residents, and that was all done on a tier system. There's tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 sampling sites, and we have to take every single residence throughout the village, take all of the information that we gain from the lead copper inventory, and say, okay, all of these houses have lead. We have to go to those houses first and ask them for a sampling site. If they deny or refuse, then we can't use their site. They have to allow us to take the sample. After that, we have to go to the houses that were built during a certain time frame when they used lead in the solder of copper. After that, then we have to go to copper, and then after that, other materials. So we have to start out, and I need to have proof to the DNR that we actually went to those residents, had 2 mailings to them, and there was a denial before I can move on to the next series to get all those 40 sampling sites. So that was very difficult to do because a lot of people don't want us in their house.
There are some communities that haven't even started.
Correct. Yes. But that's how anyone would know. All these residents, there's 11 that do have lead services in the village, have been notified multiple times because we were required to do so. We went from 40 sample sites there's still 40 sample sites. We did that twice last year. This year we did it once because all of our levels were in good terms. So there was no notifications that needed to go out based off of the sampling results that we received last year. So because of that, we've actually been reducing our sampling for lead and copper.
Is it mostly the older pipes?
Correct, yep.
Okay.
All the houses that are in like the downtown area or the older portions of the village are the ones that have the lead. Yep.
So again, second reading, you can suspend the rules or let it roll to the next meeting. Doesn't matter for us either way. We're not in a rush to do anything.
Okay, that was our reading. Now we have consideration of second reading of a bill for an ordinance 06222026-A, ordinance related to the regulation of electronic bicycles and electric scooters.
Real quick, before anyone goes on this, I would ask that we don't suspend the rules on this again, because we just got something with Hector. Chief Miska was on vacation, so everybody's still kind of working through it all and just trying to make sure we get a good final policy. I know Sandy's had other municipalities say, is it approved? Please send it to us. So everybody's going through this everywhere right now, so there are things that are constantly evolving, but I don't know if Brian, if he has anything you want to talk about or if anybody has questions with it.
Yeah, so between the first reading and now, just a couple things were added. It would also be our recommendation to go to a third reading. We do still have some stuff out with Hector regarding just some changes to the ordinance, some cleaning up of the ordinance before we would do our final reading or third reading. The only thing that's really changed is lines 57 to 61, and that's just adding required equipment. So we added that during the hours of darkness, a light would be required. Additionally, Section 82 or Section 8269, which governs operating regulations, and that's the same as bicycle regulations, and it's just rules of the road type deal. Those were the two major changes. There are some suggestions that we have out, and some of those include. Say again?
I think one of the ones that was in here, it mentions 25 for speed, it's up to 35, because that gets
Yeah,
you
so that's going to
everywhere
be
in the
for
village,
electric
essentially.
scooters. So electric scooters, as it currently sits right now in this ordinance, is that electric scooters are prohibited to operate on the roadway. Basically, if it's 25 miles per hour. We're looking to increase that to 35 miles per hour, any roads 25 or 35 in the village. And just having that would make the village more accessible for scooters. You can pretty much get anywhere in the village on a scooter if you so wish, if you'd like. And then that would limit, obviously, Highway 83. We don't want scooters on Highway 83. And then the eastern part of Highway K would be excluded from that as well in the 45 mile per hour zone. That would be the big change. Obviously, if you have any suggestions, feel free to reach out to Chief Misko. That's something that we would like to see added unless there's any objection from the board. And then additionally, you can get rid of speed limit altogether, where you don't have to list a speed limit, so not just limit it to 35 miles per hour. It could be on any road in the village. However, our recommendation, or Chief Misko's, is 35 miles per hour. And then we just have to add some violations and penalties section to the ordinance, so that's why we have a message out to Hector and wish to not suspend the rules this evening.
Yeah, we're getting things from a citizen too, so I think Chief Misko's looking at that. We just want to make sure, because some of the stuff might be outdated, so we're just kind of looking into everything. So.
Am I understanding what you're saying is somebody could be driving 35 miles an hour on a scooter on our sidewalks?
The scooters are only limited to 28 miles per hour, I believe, or 20.
I mean, if we change it to the 35 that you were talking
Right,
about?
that would allow the electric scooter to be on that section of the roadway where it is 35 miles per hour.
On the road, not a sidewalk?
It can be on the sidewalk as well, yes, but on the roadway.
Don't you think that's dangerous to be on a sidewalk when you have people walking?
Our
like their
bicycle ordinance allows for them to be on sidewalks, so we were just sticking it. If the board wants to limit use of, bikeways or sidewalks, then.
Yeah, like a bike can go 35.
Right.
Like the bikes that were going around like the Toad, those were going like 35, 40 some miles per hour.
But they're not typically riding on the sidewalks in Hartland on a daily basis when.
Kids?
Well, I'm saying when, let's say,
Lifers,
Susan's out walking 2 or 3 dogs, and I just think it's dangerous to have somebody riding their bike 35 miles an hour even. I mean, I've seen it, but I think it's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, and that's a bigger, that's a bigger thing than what we're talking about here even, because that exists today.
I understand, but we could change it so it didn't exist on the sidewalk.
So I think the hard part is if you do that, then and I'm not arguing either way, I'm just giving you that we would have to start policing or doing things of that nature when we already have enough police going into subdivisions or other things that now we would have, trust me, if we make it a law, people are gonna say, I saw this bike, can you go ticket them? And
Yep.
So you've got somebody that's going down the sidewalk at whatever speed, they can be zipping down out of a driveway onto the road and the next time be zipping back up to that sidewalk? Don't you think we should pick one or the other? I mean, either have them in the road or the sidewalk?
How do you handle
Problem with
that?
only putting them in the road is that you're gonna have a lot of people calling because now their kids that they bought all these things for can't use them.
Parents don't want their kids.
Because they're 10 years old or 11
Buy
years
it
old.
for them.
9-year-old little Johnny can't drive down the sidewalk anymore.
Then mom should or dad should drive. I just have such a fear of these kids getting hit, or somebody, I just think they're unsafe for kids. I know kids have to get to places, But I don't want to put more work on the police either, because now you've got, what, 3 classes of e-bikes plus the scooters, and that's kind of a Mod Podge pie there.
Yeah, and that's not even getting to like e-motorcycles and whatnot, which, you know, can definitely go fast, but you have to technically be licensed for that and license it as a motorcycle, but a lot of people are unaware of that, so.
You know, you're not wrong, but it gets real, I mean, we would have to, when something goes into place, depending on how restrictive it is, the amount of calls coming in, because you have to remember, now someone can call, they're just walking it, and one of these goes whipping by them, and they can call, because we have a law, now we have to do something about it. And at the same time, you're trying to work it with the people, because there's people out there that do believe, like, oh, no, don't even worry about them. I just bought my kid one and just don't touch it. I'm just saying these are all the different facets of, but I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't think someone should be going 35 on a sidewalk either. Like I said, even people pulling out of their driveway, you know, you're just not anticipating those types of speeds. You're looking in the road for it, but not on
Plus,
the
we don't
sidewalk.
have sidewalks through the village everywhere either.
Right.
So that's why I thought the roads would be better, but I understand not wanting a little one on the road.
Yeah, and the resident,
Road would be
are you the
better.
resident? We got something from a resident. They use it as like part of their lifestyle to get around to other communities, and so it's hard. I get both ways. I'm just saying, kids are still gonna do no matter what, but really if you put the law on it, may deter people who do use it recreationally and properly, that will use it to get to the bug line or other roads like that.
So if we fine them or if they get a ticket, does the ticket go to the rider on the bike or the parent?
It depends on the
If they're-
age, yes,
Well, if they're
correct.
under 16.
You can cite somebody at, I want to say 12 years old. It's just, obviously who's paying for that citation?
Yep.
The parents are paying for that citation.
You know what's gonna come next, though, is a request to have UTVs on the roads. I'm
We
telling
already
you
had
right
that.
now.
I get bugged about that about once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and golf carts.
Didn't we already?
All the surrounding
on that?
communities have
Yeah,
been
we
doing
did.
it, so it's like, it will be next, you're not wrong.
Yep.
I do have one question, because this happened on the way here tonight. I'm coming down Capitol, and I'm gonna guess about a 7th grade girl comes off of the sidewalk from Birch and Banyan, and her scooter starts nosing out in the street, and I hit the brakes, she holds up, I go by, she comes across the road and comes up Capitol Drive towards the inn on the opposite side coming into traffic. So it's like, are there rules about what side they should be on? And, because
Bicycles, I believe, have to
Absolutely. There's been
follow
rules
the
for
rules of the
that.
road.
The rules of the road, yes. When you're talking about bikeways, such as sidewalks or something similar to that, a trail, there's no necessarily rules of the road on which side you can operate. But when you're talking about on the road, it's governed by state statute, and that'd be under 346, which would be basically, it would be a violation of, you know, left of center type violation.
Going with the traffic, not against it.
Correct.
And this isn't like just Hartland. I mean, there's been Flight for Life in Elkhorn and Lake Geneva a couple weeks ago where kids just come out of their driveway, and they're gonna do that irregardless. People happen on bikes, it happens on skateboards. I totally get like the walking on the sidewalk, and like, you know, you got your everyone has headbuds in now, and normally you hear people say on the left, kids just go. I mean, I get it, but kids are gonna do it no matter what our rules are.
One thing that once this becomes effective, I'm thinking maybe the rec department can have a rules of the road class, safety class for kids. That was brought up by the resident. Yeah,
And parents.
Parents, yeah.
I think that would be wise, because I think all adult or young adult and adult drivers just need to be more aware of, there's more electric scooters, there's more e-bikes, there's more technology moving people around municipalities, so be careful, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Right. That's the biggest difference I see. You know, I mean, if common sense paves the way at all times, obviously we wouldn't be in that much of a pickle, but I thought you were gonna say something else, Tom, but I mean, there's times where you can pull out and you pass someone that's on the scooter and you're just sitting at a stop sign or a bike. I mean, they don't even tap it, because in their mind, they're like, oh, I'm just on a bike, because this is where I'm saying, when it used to be your own muscles that had to get it going, trying to pass a car that's going slow wasn't that easy, because you run out of gas. Because you get tired. Now, I mean, you just stay on the throttle and you're going. Right.
This is what Oconomowoc is posting on their light poles and everything downtown. They're posting actually this. So.
And if you have suggestions as far as, prohibiting areas such as downtown, we can, certainly send your comments to Chief Misko if you guys decide to vote on, prohibited areas, one being downtown, certainly do that.
Sure.
Remember, no ordinance is ever going to be perfect. This, like anything else, we may put it in.
And it is
we may
written in
alter it.
here that the board can prohibit areas.
At their discretion, type
correct.
thing. Everyone is changing, everyone's looking for things, it's a new hot thing, and so no matter what you pass, we will still have an issue.
It creates an ordinance that can continually be updated and changed. All right, so that's that reading then, unless anybody has anything else on that. Good. Now we have a consideration of an intergovernmental agreement with Waukesha County for the cooperation of the destruction of seized drug evidence.
So Waukesha County Sheriff's Department used to dispose of our evidence of seized controlled substances or controlled substance analogs. They got rid of that years ago, and we used to dispose of our own drugs by burning them. And as the drugs have evolved, such as your powder-based drugs and whatnot, it's just not safe to do. So Chief Misko actually determined that Milwaukee County disposed of their drugs in Barron County at a facility up there, and Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office does it for Milwaukee County agencies. He reached out to the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department to look into getting into disposal or the whole county, and Waukesha County Sheriff's Department agreed to do so for Waukesha County agencies. So at the cost of this agreement, it would be about $150 this year to dispose of drugs from evidence, and that's obviously includes mileage, staff's time and whatnots, and that's what this intergovernmental agreement is for Waukesha County to dispose of those drugs from our evidence.
Seems logical.
Will this be ongoing for this is 26?
This is 2026, yes. It all depends how much drugs we seize. If we need to do it again next year, we'd be asking the same thing next year.
No contract, correct?
This is a one-year contract. This is for 2026, so we would have to write up something for 2027.
I'll make a motion that we approve the intergovernmental agreement with Waukesha County for the cooperative destruction of seized drug evidence.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the intergovernmental agreement with Waukesha County for the cooperative destruction of seized drug evidence. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? That motion carries. Now we have a discussion and consideration to award the 2026 asphalt rehabilitation contract to Farner Asphalt Sealers, Inc. for the sum of $24,552.
All right, so if you remember last year, we used a product called GSB 88 on our Windrush subdivision, and this was after we went through and met with local neighboring municipalities and kind of looked at different products that they've tried with our engineering firm and kind of picked out this product specifically. We went out for proposal again for our Overlook subdivision and Sanctuary of Hartland, which is Park Court. And Farner was the lowest qualified bidder for $24,522. Staff recommends awarding it to Farner for that price. And I will let you know Farner was the only company that bid on this, but once again, this was put out for a public bid, so this was the only option we had. Farner was the same company we had last year. There are not many companies that use this specific product, but this is the product that's held up the best from what we've seen from neighboring communities, and it did really well out in Windrush.
And I was going to say, there's a bunch of other communities that are trying all these different things.
Yep.
So some of them may try 7 things and one may work. We're going with the ones that work instead of, there's stuff where they're putting on the roads, and as they plow it, scraping off. Obviously, with our winters, it's tougher. So we're trying to go with a product that works.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we make payment to Farner Asphalt Sealers Incorporated provided, or with their proposal of $24,522.
52.
5, 2.
Yeah, that's interesting. What's printed doesn't match what's on the computer.
Second.
Oh,
Hold on.
what is the amount?
Is it 24,552 or 24,522?
522.
22.
You were right,
Oh.
Tom.
We stand corrected.
Second,
Like I said, no.
second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the 2026 asphalt rehabilitation contract to Farner Asphalt in the amount of $24,522. Any discussion? For everybody watching, sorry about that typo on the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried.
Don't start. She's going to take all the hometown fire if you want to do it.
Go ahead. I'm gonna grab water. We're starting with what?
I heard that. Okay, I'll try to keep mine quick, but I have a list of thank yous. Overall, hometown was a big success. Hopefully, you guys were able to make it out and enjoy as much as you could. So I wanted to start off thanking Culver's for being our presenting sponsor. Big thank you to Greg and the Howe family for their ongoing support. I also wanted to thank all of the sponsors for Hometown Celebration. Obviously, this event is made possible by their generosity and support of the community. Shout out and thank you to Tom and the DPW team. Obviously, a lot of work goes into this, setting up the park, working during the event, and all the cleanup. So thank you to their crew for all their help and support. I also wanted to thank all of the village departments. Every department had some staff that volunteered throughout the event. So that was very much appreciated. And I know they had to put in a lot of hours and sacrifice some weekend time to also help make this event possible. So thank you to them. Also wanted to shout out Knights of Columbus, Kiwanis, and the Women's Club for being our food vendors again this year. That's always helpful for us. And yeah, we're looking forward to next year. Already started planning, had our recap meeting. Bring on 2027.
Thank you.
All right. Following Hometown Week cleanup, we had two main breaks, one on Glen Owen, one on Hearn Court, and that was followed up by a fire hydrant that was struck late the following night. Staff also had to respond to numerous downed trees with the recent storms that came through the area. And Waukesha County is going to be paving County E North Avenue, just north of Hartbrook Drive. And it's going to be up to 651 North Ave, which is Kettle Moraine Heating now, or Arbor Pro. So it's just going to be a small section of pavement. They're going to be coming in this week, Thursday, to do the northbound traffic side, Friday to do the southbound traffic side. And that's just going to be the binder course. And then Saturday, they're going to be doing surface on both sides of the street. So a lot of people have been calling in about that because they saw signs up. I was notified today about that. So, and yeah, and that's all I have for DBW.
Thank you, Tom. Okay, Joel.
So last month we finished up the month at 104 calls. Went right into July with a good old storm that came through with numerous tree downs that we were called out for that evening. I wasn't here to see all the unfortunate fun that happened with all that, but we worked together obviously with DPW and the fire department, kind of hashed out some confusion on some things that occurred during that event, develop a better policy for us to utilize DPW for incidents when we have these large storm events that do come through. So I've been working with DPW to make sure we get everything ironed out and have clear communication in the future. Truck 43, we had it out of service for a couple weeks towards the end of June, where our aerial was out of service on it. We did get that repaired, and it's back in service and up and running. And we have one ambulance that is kind of like half in, half out of service right now. We have an AC coil that's out in it. And with how the hot temperatures are, we don't want to put patients in the back of the ambo when it's super hot because, for one, it's not good for the patients and not good for the providers in there. So we've been operating it at nighttime when it's been a little bit cooler, so we would have at least that backup ambo. During the day, we've been responding with an engine to calls and having mutual aid assist. I know Chief had reached out to to the company for it to get repaired. The coil was was an obsolete coil, so they're looking to get the newer version so they can have it installed in a local shop in town. Will be able to repair it for us. And then Chief's retirement party is coming up at the end of the month on the 30th. That's from 11 to 1 at the firehouse. Last call will be done at 1 p.m. that day. But that's all I got right now.
Thank you.
We had some staff, Officers Wendago and Officers Joswick, that were able to join Sam last week at Hartland Summer Camp at Hartland North. They were able to play some games such as goggleball and kickball and racing and such on a very hot day, but they thoroughly enjoyed it, and so did the kids. So we were happy to do that, and that's all we got from the PD.
With that vest on and everything. Go ahead.
I have nothing.
Just congratulations on a successful hometown and all the hours that each department put in. Thank you.
I wanted to say the same thing, but also thank you, DPW. You guys came to a crap storm after the 4th of July, and I mean, it tore up my street all the way down. When you guys came back to work on that Monday, it was cleaned up, so you guys rock. I'm just saying. You guys need a lot of respect for what you do, so. And yay for the 250th.
Yeah, it seemed to echo everybody else here. The hometown celebration was phenomenal. The fireworks, holy smokes, huge success. Everybody was...
No pun?
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, holy smokes. There was a fair amount of that, wasn't there? It was absolutely wonderful. The whole weekend was wonderful. So great work.
I just wanted to thank Big Fish Contracting for being the presenting sponsor for the 2026 Hometown Parade. One other note regarding voting for the partisan primary that is going to be on August 11th. In-person absentee voting starts on Tuesday, July 28th and goes through August 7th.
In the last few weeks, because it's been a while since we've had a meeting, we've had some rare events, but Dave Lamran, the former village president here in Hartland, did pass away. We extend our prayers and sympathy and condolences to his family as they go through that tough time. Also, Waukesha County lost Paul Farrell, our county executive, who passed with his battle with cancer. So just wanted to say those two things. I do echo what everybody else is saying about hometown, but I think that with hometown celebration, it seems like we're almost there to what we all envisioned that it would be for the most part. Just a really fun, happy time in Hartland, celebrating our hometown and celebrating the United States. So it seems like it's really clicking pretty good. But good job to everybody that gave so much time and so much effort, even after working a full week and then continuing to work through the weekend. I mean, thank you so much. I think it's great that we do that, or that Hartland has that. It's really special. And then lastly, I just wanted to say, from all of us, Rick, for everything you've gone through with your son, our prayers and everything are with you. It sounds like he's doing a lot better, but I know it was real scary there. So from all of us, we're all thinking of you, and obviously knowing Zach, I mean, I was really hoping it would go the way it's going right now for such an unfortunate circumstance. I wish he'd get better luck. He's had a couple, but no, we're all praying for you and thinking of you, Rick. So
I really appreciate it.
Please pass that on to him as well.
Will do. Thank you.
I don't have any other announcements unless anybody has anything else.
I actually have one more question.
Yep.
How, with the parade change, the route, how did that work out? And then do you think there was more numbers that came to the carnival on that day? with the change?
Yeah, I was at the end of
I
the
was just
parade.
curious.
We have some tweaking to do at the end. We talked about that today, because everybody gets done and they literally want to stop, and we got to keep people going. There was some incidents at the end, nothing major. So obviously Friday was the busiest day for the parade, Saturday was the second busiest, Sunday the third, and Thursday was the least. We're gonna talk to both carnival companies last year and this year. This year was we received 5 times the amount of money we did from the previous carnival.
Yeah, it was huge.
You could have had 3 more food trucks there.
We're-
Those lines are.
It's everything, we've taken all of that, we debated, the Saturday with the bags, maybe we'll have a food truck there until everything opens at night, and maybe a food truck Sunday, we'll figure it out, but no, I was impressed, I told Jeff, the goal was to get people there and then kids to go in, got very busy. When Sandy was on stage with Big Fish, there were a lot of people starting to join the carnival. So, and we kind of learned Thursday's a beer garden night, Friday's a family fun night, Saturday's a party night, and Sunday's whatever you want to do. That's kind of how it went. So we will never get better weather than we had for that week.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Except for the toad race in the morning.
Just makes it interesting.
Just to piggyback off that, I know I said I was done, but I think, like with the food trucks, just everybody hopefully remembers, it's not, like, right now it's been a decision we've all made, but I think it is something we'll have to talk about, because we keep it open to our area organizations to be, hometown celebration, but.
I'm referring to like the actual carnival, like the elephant ears and that kind of
Yeah,
crap.
yeah,
There's-
but I mean, the other food was
they need
really
more
long
of
lines
those.
too, so the village knows that we're looking
Yeah,
into it.
yeah.
If we end up having to bring outside people in to make sure everybody can eat, and that's gonna keep people there and make a better time, that's great, I just didn't, we started off with having the people come forward and volunteer, and then they can make some money for their nonprofits, and we'll keep on working it, so.
It was a ginormous success.
Mhm.
These we're nitpicking. It was a ginormous success.
It was huge. It was amazing. It was really fun to see for the village. If no one has any other announcements, if you do have one, just start talking. All right. I will, our item on the agenda is convene into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 19.85, Section 1, subsection E, for the purpose of deliberating or negotiating the purchase of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session, specifically related to the property the village owns located at Maple Avenue and Hartridge Drive, tax key HAV 0727143004.
Make a motion, we move into closed session.
It's been moved and seconded to go into closed session. May I have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee deBoer?
Yes.
Trutchell?
Yes.
Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Walschlager?
Yes.
Connor?
Yes.
Hellquist?
Yes.
President Vanderstill?
Yes. At this time, we'll transition into
2, 1.
Are we live? Yep. All right, we're back in open session after having our closed session.
All right, I would like to make a motion that we direct and approve staff and village attorney to negotiate the sale of the property located at Maple and Hartridge Drive with Joseph Grosh.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the village to negotiate for the sale of the property that's on Maple Drive and, I'm sorry, Maple Avenue and Hartridge Drive, tax key HAV 07271430004. Good. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion is carried. We have no items on the agenda, so we only have one thing to do.
Make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. This meeting's adjourned.